It's been more than a year since President Trump took over, and I think it's an attitudinal change that we're seeing. Business people are more likely to want to invest and build their business. I can see them dusting off their plans that they might have set aside a few years ago. The banking system is somewhat repaired and they have access to capital. And when you have business people that want to build their business and have access to capital, you have an expanding economy and a better feeling about things.
Looking back, we didn't get tax reform, we didn't get health reform, we didn't get an infrastructure plan, we didn't get any of the things that were promised or thought to have been promised when the GOP took control of the House, the Senate, and the White House. And yet here we are, up double digits. We got here because everybody's on board. It's been a very coordinated growth here in 2017, and I think that's why we've seen a lot of the returns that we've seen.
The investment industry as a whole has been moving from mutual funds to exchange-traded funds. So Ambassador Advisors made that move for its clients in 2017. The transition from mutual funds to exchange-traded funds has benefited our clients in many ways. They provide broader diversification, lower fees, and they are much more efficient when it comes to capital gains distributions. I think Ambassador Advisors is the perfect size firm. We're not too big that our clients become just a number. We can still provide that personalized touch to each and every client.
Last year, I introduced everyone to Finding Significance, a church stewardship program, and over the past year, we've spent a lot of time to refine the workshops. We are now at 6 workshops. Those workshops go anywhere from just the very basics of understanding biblical principles and what and how we are to be the best stewards we can be of what God has blessed us with, all the way to the best and most effective way to pass those assets on. And a lot of the people that have been involved in this are very excited to get it into their churches and begin to educate the people that are part of their congregations on how they can be better stewards of what God has blessed them with. So I see this making tremendous, tremendous progress.
There's been an excessive amount of pessimism born out of the 2008 recession, and that's now 10 years in the rearview mirror. It's time for people to begin to lift their heads and come out of that. It's going to make the economy stronger, business better, stock prices better, and I think in general people more wealthy.
As we look forward into 2018, the playbook almost remains the same. If we actually do get tax reform, and by tax reform I should actually say a tax cut, it's going to benefit you and me. We're going to have a little bit of extra money to spend.
The one area that I would really strongly recommend someone to look at would be their gifts of stock. With the market increasing the way it has been, we have noticed a lot of appreciation in the market, and it's good to remember that you can make a bigger impact with the nonprofits that you're supporting by giving them a gift of appreciated assets. The impact would be a lot greater, the gift would be a lot greater, and the tax deduction would also be a lot greater too.
I think it's prudent that we all embrace the adage that the one constant is change. None of us knows what the future holds with regard to taxes. What we do know is that each of us has been given a charge to be the best steward of the assets we're entrusted with. It is imperative that you take a proactive approach to understanding these taxes so you can do more for your families and more for those charities you support.
We've managed money using the basic principles that we know work for people. We've used balance in the way we do things and professional management. Some of those things we've decided to change for 2018. One is that the professional management, much of that we're beginning to do ourselves. We're developing an in-house team that does the critical analysis work necessary to know what to invest in. And as part of that process, we've created a new investment called the Faithful Journey Fund. Our goal with that particular fund is to help people's values align with where they invest. And with some strict screening tools, we've been able to create something that we think will match your values without reducing your returns.
All of the clients that got out in 2008 and have been sitting in CDs ever since, yeah, you have missed quite a move in the market. But at the same time, if your time horizon is 10, 15, 20 years down the road, earning a % in a CD right now is not going to help you obtain your goals later on down the road. Our diversified approach will do just that.